Okay, so 9 p.m. Singapore, 27th September, and thank you for watching my weekly community service. So this is actually the last episode for this topic that I started in June called coaching. So what I'm going to do tonight
PM,
is basically Singapore, 27th September, is basically to talk about the fact that, hey, I want to wrap up this topic because next month when we come to October, we will have a new topic. Okay, so the new topic, I have yet to announce what it is. So stay tuned, and about 6 hours before next Sunday, 9 p.m., you would know the topic. I'm thinking about whether I should go ahead and talk about speakers. So if you are speakers or you want to speak, if you want to train, if you want to share your experience to be a better speaker trainer, well, that would be the topic that I may consider doing this in October. All right, so let's start. So the topic for tonight is 10 excuses why a coach, okay, I would say the 10 excuses a coach or potential coach would make that prevents him or her from starting or thriving in the coaching business. So the 10 excuses. So I'm going to spend approximately less than 1 hour to achieve that. And if you do have any comments, questions along the way, please do so. Now tonight I'm actually using Ecamm Pro, so I may not be able to see your comment easily. Having said that, I do my best to answer your question. Okay, so there we go. So Maria, I see your comment. Thank you for showing up on Sunday morning your time. All right, so let's start the ball rolling. Excuse number 1. This one I heard a lot actually. I'm not ready yet. Okay, so this is actually for a lot of coaches, new one especially, that says to me, hey, you have learned so much, but I'm not ready to coach. So my question is that, are you not ready to coach, or are you not ready to coach yet? Okay, so there is a difference between I'm ready on one hand and I'm not ready on one hand, and I'm not ready yet. Okay, if this is a yet, then the question is that what is that obstacle that prevents you from moving forward to start your coaching journey, right? Because this yet could well be a mindset issue, could well be a skill set issue, or could well be a combination of both. I don't know, right? So my point is that if you say that I'm not ready yet, then it is a good question to ask. What is the yet that you are talking about? Because you are then able to know how to address the question. However, if you say I'm not ready, then I think you need to sit down and come up with the word yet. Why? Because it could well be your confidence level is not there yet. Okay, it could well be somehow your little voice is so loud and you don't think you are ready yet. Like my question for all of you, when you start something new, I like to use this metaphor. As a parent, so my son is already 20 years old. So let me flash back 20 years ago. Did I say to myself, was I ready to be a father? I mean, if you're a parent, I hope that you can relate to me, because it's not possible for everybody I know who is now a parent to tell me they're ready to be a parent. There's so much you learn along the way. So my point is that no one is going to say that I'm ready to be a parent. I didn't know any single one of this sort. So what I'm talking about, so if you're a new coach, if you have just about to start your coaching business, when you say that I'm not ready yet, okay, then my point is that it will just stop you from having your first client, having your second client, third client, or let alone you want to start a coaching business. It's not going to happen. So my question for you is that when are you going to be ready? Is it tomorrow? Okay, is it next week? Okay, so this I'm not ready yet is a very, very important, to me, a very important excuse. Okay, so excuse number 2. So I'm moving a bit fast here. Excuse number 2. That is to say, hey, you know what? I need to think about it. So more time, please. So this is I'm not ready yet. Second one is that I need to think about it. So what do you need to think about it? So you ask for more time. Question for you, why do you need more time to think about it? So how many of you realize the first excuse and second excuse are pretty close to each other? Because these two excuses to me is actually what I would call the mindset issue. Okay, so this one is that I'm not ready yet. So again, I'm not ready yet. So how much longer do you need in order to be ready? So this one is I need to think about it. I need more time. So again, the question is that do you need maybe 4 months, 4 years, or 40 years, right? Because when you want to start something, how many of you realize when you want to start something new, this part, the mindset, is always the major obstacle. So a lot of time when we are doing something new, you will have fear, right? The fear of what? Okay, fear of asking the wrong question. Okay, good, all right. Fear of not able to help the client. Understand? Fear of asking stupid questions. Got you. Like a lot of this fear happened, especially when I did something for the very first time. I remember when I started my coaching journey back in 2008, long time ago. I was actually carrying with me a manual because I was so afraid of asking questions that are not according to the manual. So I was like rehearsing, walking around, doing all this shit. And I tell you one thing, once I make a decision to chuck my manual away, I never look back. It's very interesting that when I make that decision, I don't need to say I'm not ready yet because I don't have the manual anymore. I got myself into a no choice situation. It becomes a must. Then I have to be ready no matter what. I don't have any more time to think about it because the session starts. Okay? So I want you to realize that these two excuses are very similar and they're related, and yet both of them address the mindset. So the only thing I want you to do is to make a decision. Make a decision, I'm doing this now, and don't look back. And then you will never even talk to me. You will never have these two questions anymore, or two excuses anymore. Okay, so again, chuck this away. Okay, done. So let me do this. Chuck this away. Hey, all right. So excuses number 3. This is fun. I need some more role plays. Okay, so now you may be in a coaching group, learning how to coach. So you watch your master, your teacher to do role play, and you learn. Good. So you know what? There are 2 types of coaches I know. The first one is called the observer. Are you an observer? Do you learn by observing other people? Okay, so this is what I was originally because I observed. What I did was I look at the role play and start analyzing, this is a pretty cool question. This question can be improved better. It's that I become the judge of the role play instead of being a student of the role play. Got my point? So then there's a second type of learners. These are what we call, they just role play for the sake of role play. They don't do any evaluation. They also do not do any debrief. They just do it for the sake of doing. Which is a better group of learners? The one learn by observation or the other one learn by doing it? All right? So the question is that actually both are important. You need to learn by doing it. You also need to learn by observing how other people do. But now the question is that when it comes to your time to do the actual real life coaching, and you suddenly said to yourself, I need to go back to the dojo. So dojo is a term used in Japanese martial art, dojo, D-O-J-O. It means that I need some more role play. No, there's no such some more role play anymore. You've got to either do it in real or you forever become a professional coach in the dojo. How many of you know what I'm talking about? A professional coach in the dojo. You need both, actually. You need some role play to help you hone your skills so that you are able to refine certain areas which you want to improve. At the same time, you need to have that real life experience, because the last thing you want is what we call just a practice in the dojo. I've got people who are forever in the dojo practicing coaching skills. When I ask them, so when are you going to start your new coaching business? I need some more role play, which is why this excuse is pretty interesting, huh? Right? So excuse number 4. I don't know how to. So I don't know how to. It depends on what is that don't know how. Okay, I don't know how to build rapport. I don't know how to communicate. I don't know how to connect with my prospect. I don't know. So IDK all the way. And the best part is that I don't know how to. Okay? So the question I have for you is, If you say you don't know how to do something, so for example, you don't know how to build rapport, my question is that, then how do you build rapport? How would you do rapport? Okay, so you see that question you ask yourself becomes very important. I don't know how to connect with my prospect. So you can ask yourself, okay, what are the first few steps for you to connect with your prospects? Okay, I don't know how to market myself as a coach. Okay, good. So tell me the first thing you do so that people know you're doing coaching. You see, by addressing the skills, you can come up with a very powerful question to turn the whole situation around, and your mind will start looking for the answer that you need. So this is pretty interesting, huh? All right, so excuse number 3, I need more role plays. You don't need. I will always tell myself this: when I need role play, it means I'm either considering new scenarios or new techniques which I have not tested out before. Yes, I do role play for that reason. Okay, when it comes to the real world coaching, I just do it on the spot. So for example, this is Sunday. So what happened was that 24th of September, I think it's 24th September, because it was Thursday night, I did a coaching session with my client in Germany. So what happened was that the request came, and that session was about Facebook ad. Am I good at Facebook ad? No. I'm not marketing myself as a Facebook ad person. All right. So am I afraid of doing that? No. See what happened and just deal with this. So the moment you see the topic the coachee wants to talk about is Facebook ad, and you say, I am not a Facebook ad guy, how am I supposed, the moment you start asking yourself a lot of these shitty questions, then you defeat the purpose of the coaching. So just wait. I'm just curious, maintain my curiosity to see what's happening in that coaching session. Who knows that coaching session has nothing to do much on Facebook ad. It turns out to be just a marketing strategy session. So I asked my coachee quite a lot of questions to help her understand where the focus should be this way, not that way. And she said thank you to me. So it's not about Facebook ad eventually. Pretty interesting. So when you say that I don't know how to, I think it's more important for you to ask this question: how can I do this? So as an example, I don't know how to connect with my rapport. So you may ask once again, how do I connect with my coachee? Okay, how do I build rapport with my coachee? So in case the how is a bit vague, what you can say is that what would be the first step for me to connect with my coachee? What would be the first question I ask to my coachee to build rapport? So you see, by asking these questions, you are clearer in going towards the direction that you want it to be. That's excuse number 4. Excuse, so 3 and 4 done. So let's do a review here. I need some more role plays. No, you don't need to. Excuse number 4 is I don't know how to. Rephrase the question so that it becomes powerful, effective, useful to you, so that your mind will start searching for the answer. How many of you so far noticed that excuse number 1, I'm not ready yet? Excuse number 2, I need more time. Excuse number 3, I need some more role plays. And excuse number 4, I don't know how to, are all mindset issue. Yeah, these are all mindset issue. You realize mindset plays a big part in your coaching business. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's chuck it away. I think I'm able to do this even faster than what I expect, because this is going to be a short one, maybe, because I'm now into number 5. He doesn't speak my language. Okay, so this one happens a lot to me in the past. So I remember in 2018, I acquired my first Taiwanese client. Okay, and Taiwan, as some of you may be aware, in case you don't, they don't speak English. Or actually, sorry, I will say that. No offense to Taiwanese. Majority of them don't speak English. So what do they speak? Mandarin. Okay, do I speak Mandarin? Yes. But Mandarin is my third language. It is tough. English is my second, Cantonese is my first language. Okay, I'm very comfortable with coaching in Cantonese, first language. I'm also very comfortable speaking English for so many years as a second language to coach in English, not an issue. Mandarin was something that I hardly used and I rarely use in business. So in 2018, what happened was that when I got my first client in Taiwan, I have to shift my mindset and say, in the first place, I don't speak Mandarin. What should I do? Can I speak English? And hopefully he understands. So these are again a mindset issue. If he doesn't speak my language, it doesn't mean that I cannot coach. Well, the thing is this. The coaching session in the last 2 years turned out to be majority Mandarin, at the same time English happens during the coaching session. So even though language may be a barrier, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. You may say, well, but I really don't know how to speak Mandarin. Okay? So if you really got stuck because of this language barrier, then yes, you can say, well, let me refer to another coach who may be speaking Mandarin to help you. Not a problem. You can do that. Or if you do speak the language, although it's not proficient to you, then all I ask you to do is get rid of the little voice and practice. Because who knows, after a few years down the road, you are very comfortable using your second or even your third language to coach. And the good news is that when you are able to speak multiple languages, you can reach out to a wider range of clients. My teacher from North America always said he so wished to be able to speak Mandarin, because he can only tap on the market of clients who speak English. But when it comes to the China market, Chinese market, Hong Kong market, or maybe the Taiwanese market, he couldn't do anything because he doesn't speak Mandarin. All right? So learning how to speak a third language is pretty useful, I would say. And especially if you want to pick up the second language, knowing that you only speak English right now, then Mandarin is a very powerful one, because there's a huge population of Chinese in the world where the business language is either English or Mandarin. No offense to other people who speak Spanish or Portuguese. It's just that the Mandarin has a very large population in the world who is speaking Mandarin. That is unfortunately the fact of the case. All right? So this is excuse number 5. He doesn't speak my language. Just deal with it. So I started coaching the client. And what happened is that, well, I just say apology to my client, because my Mandarin is not perfect, let alone this like local. So he understand, and he said, well, don't worry, I can barely understand what you're saying, but you just need to start slow. I will slowly pick up. Yep, so we adjust, and finally, after 1 year, I'm very comfortable speaking in Mandarin. Yep, so I said, well, I can coach people in Mandarin. So now I can coach people in English, I can coach people in Cantonese, I also can coach people in Mandarin. Not an issue. So I turn the excuse into something that is powerful, that becomes on my arsenal, multiple languages coaching. Excuse number 6. I don't think I have the answer. Well, the thing is this. If you recall, if you have been following what I've done in the last 2 months, I said coaching is not about giving your coachee the answer. So here, the funny thing is that I don't have the answer. Do you need to have the answer in the first place? You better ask yourself, I don't need to have the answer. Instead, let me have a listening ear so that I'm able to rephrase what the coachee has said to me into a powerful question, so that my coachee is able to find the answer on his own or on her own. Does that make sense? I just happened to see on some Facebook group, and there was one reminder. If you think you need to have the answer in coaching, you are not doing coaching, you're doing consulting. All right? So coaching and consulting, if you have been following my work, you know that they are two different things. All right? Coaches don't give answers. So if you believe that I need to have the answer in order to coach, this is a bloody stupid excuse. Sorry, my language. It's really bloody stupid excuse, because there's not even an excuse in the first place. Thank you, Jusian. Thank you for commenting. No need to have the answer. However, you do need to know how to rephrase the question so that the person is able to get the answer by himself or herself. That is the power of coaching. All right, so excuse number 6. So let's do a review quickly. Excuse number 1, I'm not ready yet. For those people who join late, excuse number 2, I need to think about it. So more time, please. Excuse number 3, I need some more time, some more role plays, as if 1 or 2 role plays is not enough. I want to be in permanent dojo practice. Number 4, I don't know how to complete the sentence. This one, remember, turn this statement into a powerful question. What is, when is, how is, then you'll be able to find the answer. Number 5, fifth excuse, he doesn't speak my language. So what? Junse and I speak English, but when we turn into conversation in Mandarin, he understand me, understand him. Not a problem. So be flexible. It's good to pick up an additional language. Excuse number 6, I don't think I have the answer. Well, you don't need to have answer to coach in the first place. Hello? Got it? Okay, good. Now let's start. We are now into 21 minutes. Awesome. So probably we might be able to finish tonight's Facebook Live in 35 minutes. Who knows? Excuse number 7. I don't have the template, the slides, or whatever. Do you need a template to coach a client? Let me see what is the reason why you need a template. Is it because you need to pen down all your answers? No, I said already you don't need the answers. Or do you need to have all the questions? Well, you know what? If you need to have a list of questions, that is what you call the template, isn't it? In order to coach, then bloody hell, it's not going to happen in the real world. Because do you think the coaching would follow your direction, would follow all the flow that you set for yourself? So if you can predict what is going to happen in your coaching session, thank God you have the crystal ball. I have never seen that in my life. I always love to say to my student that I do have a crystal ball. Somehow the crystal ball has been, I've lent it to someone else and the person has never returned to me. I wish to have my crystal ball so that I know what are the questions that I will ask and how would this session go, and at the end that is the outcome, that is the assignment for my coachee. Things that's not work that way. Hello? So if you think that I don't have a template, deal with it. You need to have a little bit of the structure. So for example, how do you start your session? How do you build the momentum? What assignments, how many assignments or how many pieces of assignments are you going to give to your coachee? And how do you wrap this up? Yep, there is a particular sequence on that, but you don't need to have the exact words. I think if you see template as scripts, it's just like in sales, you need the scripts to close someone. Hello, Jack never ever use a script because I don't know what I'm going to ask, because I listen. I then verbalize the thought into the words, throw it back as a question to the person. Okay? So this is a skill. Unfortunately, it is a skill. If you think you don't have that skill yet, then you ask yourself, like excuse number 4, I don't know how to, then ask yourself, how can I? Okay, turn it into a question. Maybe you need more practices. Fine. Maybe you need more guidance from your mentors, from your coaches. That's good. No problem. But at least you know as well as I do, you are looking for the answer by phrasing a powerful question. So if you say, I don't have the PowerPoint slides. Hello, are you a trainer? Are you a trainer, not a coach? I think trainer would ask this question, I need the slides. Yes, in some coaching programs that I'm a part of it, we were given the slides. But seriously, do I play the slides guy? Hey, coachie, let's play the slides tonight. Blah, 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 blah. I don't. In fact, I don't use the slide. Why? Because to me, what is more important? Is that the coachee, or is that the template, or the slides? You know the answer. Okay, so if you ask me, I focus on the coachee more importantly than whatever I've got. Yes, if you choose to have slides, yes, you prepare in advance, you make sure they are there. But do I actually play the slide during the coaching session? Most of the time, I won't say most of the time, I won't say 100% of the time, I don't play slides. I do. There was one occasion that I play a slide. But after this, I never do this anymore. Okay, so that's me. So I don't want you to have these excuses. I don't have the template or the slides or whatever thing, okay, that stop you from doing coaching. Okay, this one, for example, some people will say, okay, it's not the template, the slides, the whatever can be Zoom. People said I need to have Zoom in order to do the coaching. Or people said that I need to have this Zoom Pro account so that I can have this paid service so that I can do coaching. Or people say I need to have a podcast mic in order to capture the sound so that, come on man, you don't need all this shit. Why? Because the beauty of coaching one-on-one is that you can even have a Zoom account that is free of charge. I don't know whether you're aware of this. You can use a Zoom account one-on-one. As long as it's one-on-one, you can actually run a Zoom coaching unlimited. It means $0. When do you need to pay for Zoom? Yes, when you run a meeting. When you run a meeting with more than one person other than you, that is a 40-minute time constraint. So that way, you do need to have a paid service. And then it becomes another question for another day. How do you treat such cost of business as your cost in your coaching business so that you will know, okay, I have incurred so much cost in my coaching, so I need to bring how much revenue in order to make a profit in my coaching business. Yes, this would be your question. But if you say, well, I'm doing one-on-one right now, I need to have a paid Zoom account, I need to buy this and that, honestly, you don't. You just need a very simple account called Zoom free account. You can just do coaching like that. All right? There's no reason why you should. Number 8, I don't know if my prospects will. So it's not about you now. It's not about you now. You're thinking about your prospect. It is good. Awesome. The question is that I don't know if my prospect will what? Example, I don't know if my prospect will get the epiphany. I don't know if my prospect will get the aha moment. I don't know if my prospect will feel empowered. How do you know all this without doing it? My question. So all this, I don't know if my prospects will, is again your what if question. The other day I was on TikTok, I was talking to someone and I did a TikTok video on this as a result. The person said, what if I don't have confidence in, I'm giving study tips, okay? So TikTok, currently I'm also running a series of study tips. If you're following my TikTok account, you may be aware. Every single day I've got one video on study tip, the other video on business motivation. So on this particular study tip that I gave last week, someone replied to me, what if I don't have I don't have confidence in all subjects? The first thing I replied to that person was, you are asking a hypothetical question called what if. Do you realize when you have not done something, okay, this is a bit, my teacher will jump, I would not, but my teacher will jump. The question is that if you keep asking what if question and when you have not done any single damn thing, you are just wasting your time. A more powerful strategy for all of us, including me, is I have done something first. I've got the experience. Then I'm entitled to ask the what if question. So this is clearly a what if question. I don't know if my prospect will. Is it a what if question? So have you done anything yet? If you haven't, then stop thinking about this. Do it, get the experience, and then ask your mentor, your teacher, hey, I've got this scenario. I've done this. Is that useful? Or if you were me, what would you do? Now you are entitled to ask that what if question because you have done it. Okay, bloody hell, so many times I got a what if question from my students, and the students I ask, have you done anything? No, I'm just asking what if. So it's like, okay, now I'm talking to perfect procrastinators, because people who are perfect procrastinators are also expert in asking what if question. They will what if all the way without doing anything. If you realize this is you, stop it, do something. Okay, so excuse number 8. How are we doing so far? 30 minutes. I love that session. I think I'm able to finish it very soon. Okay, why am I so happy to finish soon? Because I don't want to drag this topic for like 1.5 hours. This is supposed to be a very simple topic. Okay, but I just want to use this topic to wrap up the whole coaching series, and then you realize that, okay, hope that you learned in the last 3 months with me on my weekly Facebook Live at 9 p.m. Sunday time is actually helping you to be a better coach. So let's review. Excuse 1, I am not ready yet, mindset. Excuse number 2, I need to think about it. More time please, mindset. Excuse number 3, I need some role play, some more role plays, mindset. Excuse number 4, I don't know how to turn the question in a very powerful way, empowering way, so that you get the answer. Excuse number 5, he doesn't speak my language, so what? Interestingly, you and I cannot communicate. I do speak English Mandarin, Cantonese. Majority of you know what I'm talking about. I do get people who say that I don't understand you. Well, if you are first time hearing me, you may find that my accent is strong on something. But that is because I came from a background where Cantonese is in play, so my Cantonese accent is strong. But majority of my friends in Singapore get used to me. I have no issue speaking to all my friends in Singapore, having been here for 26 years. Okay? Excuse number 6, I don't think I have the answer. Bloody hell, you don't need to have the answer because you are a coach. You ask questions, you never give advice. If you are a consultant, then this is a valid reason. I won't say it's an excuse. You may not even qualify to be a consultant of that chosen topic. But if you are a coach, that is an excuse really. Number 7, I don't have the template, slides, or whatever, or pay Zoom account, podcast mic, second computer. Jet says I need to have 4 devices. I need to buy my iPad Pro. I need to get my iPhone in order to get. You don't. You can just do something very simple without costing you any money. Number 8, I don't know if my prospect, this is the perfect description of procrastinators, asking all sorts of what-if questions. Okay? So now let's come to the last 2. Excuse number 9. I love to help, but I need money now. So now we shift the focus from mindset to something that is more real. Because I love to help, but I need money now. So let me contextualize what exactly I'm talking about. I love to help. As a coach, do you love to help people? If you love to help people, that might be the reason why you want to be a coach to start with. Awesome. However, the question is that I love to help people and I can continue helping people. The problem is that I don't see money coming in. At some point in time, you realize that the pain is getting more painful and you said, I need money. But I can't just keep on helping other people without bringing the money in. So what should I do? And when you see you continue helping people, it takes your time. It takes up your time. And you don't see the money come in. Then what do? Something that may happen later on is, I think I can't continue helping these people because I need to have the money. My wallet is getting thinner and thinner and eventually empty because I just cannot continue helping people that way. Why? Because my wallet has a limited resource, which is called the money, right? So what happens is that excuse number 9 says that I need to find a job. I need to do something different in order to bring the money. So when I have the money, I'll come back to coach. So this is what we call the polarity principle. In the world, we have been trained day, light, left, right, wrong, left. Oh, sorry, wrong is right. Okay, wrong is right. I said it wrongly, right? So what happens is that if you ask this question, I love to help people, but I need money now, it's either this or that. So the question is this. I don't know whether you have heard of this story, that in the world, there's always a choice. Okay, I don't know whether you agree with me. The thing is that a choice has 3 options. In order for this to qualify as a choice, there are 3 options. So just out of curiosity here, I have something in my wallet. This is a Singapore $1 coin. Okay, so let's see Singapore $1 coin. So if you happen to watch a replay, I don't know. I noticed that there are not many people watching live now, but that's fine. So if you happen to watch the replay, I want you to comment on the chat to tell me how many sides do you see on this coin, in this coin. How many sides? Okay. So if you are telling me, okay, a coin has 2 sides. Okay, a coin has 2 sides. The answer I'm looking for is not 2. It's actually more than 2. So I'm not going to tell you specifically what is the answer. I want to see some of the comments. If you are watching replay, answer this question. I would consider see how many sides you will see at the end. So I'm not going to answer any question now because I don't want to rule all these what we call the interest for people watching replay. So I do know Melissa has answer, Junsen has answer. I will release the answer at the end. Okay, I will release the answer not at the end of this Facebook Live. I will release this answer some point later in this week. Okay, and why do I bring up this coin? Because what happens is that when we look at principle of polarity, is always this or that. This question means something to some of you. because I need or else I cannot. What if you change this word? This is a bloody important. I did that. I think whoever follow my word, you know that I actually love to use not but and. I love to help and I need money now. By asking this question and change the connective from a but to an and, do you realize that two statements can coexist? One thing I learned in languaging, in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is the word but has its way, has its reason to exist in the language. There's a reason why you use but. But most of the time, people who are not trained properly use the but in the wrong context. Just like this example, I love to help, but I need money now. It signals an either or. What if I'm able to turn this but into an and? I love to help and I need money now. So suddenly you realize that I cannot do full-time coaching. I can do part-time. Not a problem. And then you do something else to bring the money in. And at the same time, you notice the languaging I've been using. And at the same time, I can still continue doing coaching part-time. Or maybe you say not part-time. I'm happy to coach one client. How does that sound? I'm happy to coach one client. And who knows that client brings you $5,000, $10,000. Wow, I think that one client is better than someone else who has 10 clients and each client pays the person only $500. Does that make sense? So you see that change one word, the whole context changes and it becomes very powerful. So I turn this excuse by changing one word, becomes a powerful statement. And now your mind will start looking for resources. Does that make sense? Number 10. Let's come to the last one. 53 minutes to go. Awesome. We have we have quite a lot of time remaining. Excuse number 10. I will solve my problems by myself. Or here I said I will solve my own problems. This one basically says, I will do whatever I know how to do it. And if I don't know, I'll find my answer. And I always said at this point in time, if you know the answer, you won't be having these problems already, isn't it? I'll say it one more time. If you do know the answer, you won't phrase it in a problem already. All right? Because you don't need to make this statement because you have the answer. Then basically this excuse doesn't exist. The reason why people love this, I will solve the problem by myself. Number one, trust issue. Trust. Because school has trained us to do everything on our own. Yes, except for team assignment or group assignments, we work in teams, right? Otherwise, exam we sit in the exam by ourselves. We write the answer by ourselves. We also do the assignments by ourselves. So the trust is not there. Coming out to be a corporate employees because of this KPI, because of this moral hazard. If you study economics, you may come across moral hazard or hazard. Okay, hazard, not hazard. Hazard, or this thing called the game theory. There are so many economic theory that can back this up. What happens is that it's very hard for corporate employees to work together when they are corporatized in the company, in the department. So when you start a coaching business, you think that you know all answers. You don't. And then you say that I will solve the problem by myself. If you do, you won't have such a problem. This is what I said. Like Wong said, coach need a coach. I'll wrap this up and I'll talk about this later. Okay, so excuse number 10, I will solve my problem. I will recommend that you don't. You want to find someone who knows your problem and the answer to your problem and get it solved like that. You're wasting your time, by the way. You might be really searching on Google, hopefully by typing, how do I build rapport? You can search for 1 hour to get the answer. You may get a coach who tells you the answer, or get a mentor who just tell you the answer in 1 second. So would you want to spend 1 second to get the answer, or you want to do it by yourself so that you take up 1 hour of the time? Right, your choice. Nobody can force you. All right, so let's just do a recap of what we have done so far, the 10 excuses. Number 1, I'm not ready yet. Number 2, I need to think about it. So more time, please. Number 3, I need some more role plays. Number 4, I don't know how to. Number 5, he doesn't speak my language. Number 6, I don't think I have the answer. Number 7, I don't have templates, slides, or whatever. Maybe tag, maybe Zoom account. Number 8, I don't know if my prospect will. Number 9, I love to help, but I need money now. Number 10, I will solve my own problems. How many of you knows that there are more than 10 excuses? There are actually a lot more. I've just giving you, in the last, how long did I take so far? 30 plus 1, 30 plus 11. So in the last 41 minutes, what I've done is I show you top 10, my top 10. You can come up with your own top 10. I actually can come up with top 50, but that would take me until midnight. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Just this top 10, you realize there are lots of common thing happens. So allow me to summarize this into just 5 simple sentences. Okay, one of them Junsen has already answered for me. Thank you so much. Number 1, don't know what you want. When you don't know what you want, obviously you will not be able to find the answer by yourself. You will not be able to know what is the question you ask. The other day, I was actually I've documented it on my TikTok video. The other day, there was a conversation by someone. I'm just use Junsen for example as a subject matter here. So Junsen asked me this question. Of course, it's not real. I'm just using Junsen as a context here. So Junsen called me and said, Jack, can you tell me how much money do I need to make? I say, it's a very strange question. How much money do you need to make? I say, why would you ask me that question in the first place? Because I don't know how much money I want. I say, what? If you don't know how much money you want, then shouldn't you actually work out how much you really want? By asking another person, does that help? My answer to you is, I don't know your answer. I would love to tell you my answer. However, I don't live your life. So in coaching business, same thing. If you don't know what you want, you don't know why you do coaching, you don't know what coaching is about, you don't know what is a coaching business, you don't know how to start a business of coaching, then you need to find out why do you do what you do. You need to know what you want. Do you want to do a coaching in terms of one-on-one? Okay. Do you prefer doing group coaching? Do you prefer doing coaching but not by you but by other people? You need to know what you want in business. Remember this sentence. You can be a restaurant owner, but and at the same time you need not know how to cook. In coaching business, same thing. You can be a business owner in coaching. It doesn't mean that you have to be the coach, because that is a mindset between the S, the self-employed, and the B. So what do you want? Or do you want to do the personal coaching so that you want to attach the client one-on-one so that you can give your full attention to your client? So you must know what you want. Otherwise, then it's very hard for you to start this business. Number 2, don't accept mistakes. School taught us not to make mistakes. Mistake means failure. Okay, failure. Bad, not good. So in coaching, I cannot make mistakes because I will do more harms on the coachee as a result. Shut the F lah, please, this one. Did I not make mistake when I first started? I still remember 2008. There's so obvious mistake that I just asked the question, and you know what? The coachee looked at me, I look at him. It's like, you and I look at each other. That question shouldn't have been asked. I'm sorry I asked. I apologize. So you see, when you make mistake, you own it, you apologize, you deal with the situation. It's much, much more powerful than what? Than you are afraid of making mistakes, and that's why you don't even do anything. In your mind, you're playing the what if. Okay? Do not accept mistake. No, not cool. Okay, this is for business. Don't know how to sell. Okay, maybe I won't use the word sell. Okay, some of you don't like the word sell. I know. So how about this? Don't know how to market yourself. Don't know how to market yourself. How about that? Does it sound better? I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to market my coaching business. Okay, so this is a business skill. So remember, you can be an awesome coach, but when you are not able to market yourself, there won't be any clients coming on board. So it is like the perfect number 9. I love to help, but I need the money now. Understand something. If you don't know when you don't know how to sell, when you don't know how to market yourself as a coach, rest assured you won't get any coaching clients. So what do? So learn how to get it. Go for courses, okay? Talk about your coaching. Bring results so that people understand what you do. There are so many things you can do. We will talk about this hopefully one fine day in 2021 if we are coming back on coaching. Okay? So this is number 3. Number 4, don't trust others. Hey, hello. If you don't trust others, then forget about scaling the team. Forget about scaling your coaching business. The other day I was talking to another client, and the client says that I want to scale my business. I said, oh, good. Wow, you are having a business owner mindset. So what are you planning to scale? I say, I want to scale my team. Okay, good. So have you got a system? What systems are you talking about? What? You mean you don't know what is system? Okay, so in the coaching business, have you got any fee quotation templates? Have you got any client intake templates? Have you got, like when you do a Zoom call to qualify or disqualify clients, have you got a list of the questions you would do before you accept the client? Have you got autoresponder email sequences? Have you got a coaching manual? If you develop the coaching by yourself, have you got a coaching manual? But I don't have all these things. Okay, never mind. If you don't have all these things, start building this. Okay, or this is the one that you say, I don't trust other people. I begin to trust other people, because you might not be a system person. You may not be a system person. Even though you can do it, you won't, given a choice. So you need to trust people who knows how to build system faster than you, more efficient and more effective than you, to build the bloody system. Or you can take the pain and start building one template by one template. That will take you time. Okay? So when I say you don't trust other people, it means that you decide to work by yourself, work on yourself, and yes, there's nothing wrong with that. However, at times when you decide to scale your business, then what will happen? You will never be able to scale unless your business is systemized. That's why my whole coaching templates is in my Trello account. It's like that. Okay? I build this. Why do I build this? Because when I build this, now I can give it to another person if I choose to, when I feel like I want to. But let's say if I don't have that templates on my Trello, what happens is that even though I cannot transfer. Does that make sense? So I do need to trust other people to do this for me if I'm not the system guy. And when you acquire team member or bring team members on board, do you trust these team members in the first place? What is your recruitment processes? What is your certification processes? You have to think all these issues before you are able to scale your coaching business. All right? Number 5, this one Junsen said it already. Don't have coaches and mentors. Okay, I'm not so fussy about the word coach, because after all, I don't love to say that, because if you are a coach, you should have a coach. Understand? If you say that you are a coach, do you have coaches? Okay, if you don't have coaches, then the question is that how the hell do you pitch you are a coach when you do not even have a coach or coaches? Right? A coach has a coach, or coach has coaches. That is what I said. In this context, however, I want you to think about the word mentors, because you might have the answers that you need. You have questions, you want the answers. If I were to say that you have to have coaches, then the problem is that to solve your problems, then the coaches don't give you answer. Then I kick my ass. So I would love to say that, well, don't have mentors. Mentors who are there to give you the answer that you need fast. That is the case. Okay, if you don't have that, you're spending your sweet time doing your own self-discovery or problem solving by yourself. Good luck. All right. So these are the 10 excuses that I have covered tonight, and summarizing into these 5 points. So don't know what you want, don't accept mistakes. Don't know how to market yourself. Okay, not to sell, market yourself. How about that? Don't trust other people. Don't have mentors / maybe coaches. So what do you do? All right. So I hope that you like what I've done tonight as the final topic for the last quarter, all about coaching. So next 3 months, I'm switching my direction from coaching to speaking, so that you have a taste of the other scalable business called speaking. Now, before I leave you with the end of this Facebook Live, I want to show you a place so that I am able to leave you with a good note here. So let me show you a place. So thank you, Melissa, Junxian, and if James is around watching replay, I would love to acknowledge 3 of them, because what happened is that 3 of them have been working with me. So this is our little team called the Educate team. So what happened is that this team was formed, and thank you for Melissa, thank you for Junsen and James, 3 of them, who have been running contents about coaching since I think August, right? I think it's August. Okay, I think it's August. Yeah. So you can actually go to this page, Facebook page called Educate Group, and you can see that we publish our articles so far on coaching Monday and Thursday each week. So there are about 6 or 8 articles already uploaded. So feel free to enjoy these articles that we have built, and you can make the reference to them as you continue browsing, because we will continue putting our contents on coaching, on speaking, on training, on facilitation, mentorship, stuff like that. We'll be doing that. So if you can do us a favor, so this is a very rare call to action by me. If you can do us a favor, I would like you to go and check out our group called the Educate Group, which is highlighted at the top of this Facebook page. And I want you to do is go and give us a like, check out our articles, or even join our Telegram group, which is posted in every single article as a comment, Telegram group. So you can actually check out our update on our Telegram group as well. So we do have a presence on Telegram group. I'm just giving you tonight the Facebook group. If you want to search the Educate group, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on Telegram. We are everywhere now. However, what we are more active is actually the Facebook. So you can check this out. Give us a like of our page. Share our articles with your loved ones, whoever you need to support that might be useful for them. So this is a little gift that our team has given to all our viewers tonight, the Educate Group, for you to share our wonderful message so far on coaching with your circle of friends. All right, so please support us. And with that, on behalf of the Educate Group, thank you for your support. All right, so with that, that's all for me for tonight. And I'm doing well, I think so. 36 minutes left, which means that I finished my Facebook Live in less than an hour. Okay, so next Facebook Live is going to happen next Sunday, 9 p.m. Singapore time. And the topic will be announced probably 6 hours before that. Okay, it's not coaching. We'll switch the topic to something else. Likely will be speaking. I'll just make a decision during middle of the week. Okay, so if you're watching replay, please make sure that you are having only 36 hours, because this Facebook Live will be taken down on Tuesday at 12 p.m. GMT plus 8. As usual, you know the rule. If you are watching live or watching replay, please do us a favor, share with us one biggest takeaway, or epiphany in this Facebook Live. That would be great. Okay, so that's all I have for you, and thank you for watching once again. And with that, I will see you on next Sunday night, 9 p.m. GMT plus 8. Till then we next meet, Jack Wong here signing off, and all good wishes. Bye for now.